What's going on, everyone? Welcome to my latest video. This is my review for the White Lotus Season 3, which was 8 episodes long, and it just ended yesterday, which was April 6th of 2025. So the White Lotus, I was late to Season 1 and 2. I think that I watched Season 1 and 2 right after Season 2 had ended, and when I heard that they were making a Season 3, I knew that I was going to be watching it week to week. And this is a show that I had heard a lot of good things about. Like, so many people were recommending it to me to the point where I was like, okay, I gotta watch this with my wife. And we did, and we both liked it. She didn't like it quite as much as me, which I can definitely understand. I mean, this is a show that it's pretty cut and dry in regards to the rich is bad, the poor gets screwed over, and we see this time and time again with each season. And it's something I'm all about. Like, I think that that's a theme that is very interesting, and I like how each season they do go about it in very fresh ways. But it's also a show that is very methodical in the way that it's paced. It has characters that some might be more likable than others, but they're all morally gray, although some might have a speckle more of white than others. It's got a great cast, a lot of cast members where it's like, oh yeah, I've seen them from, this show or this movie. Oh yeah, they were good. I haven't seen them in a while. So it's nice that you have a show like this. Also, really good locations, really good cinematography, memorable theme song, memorable score, and just, interesting twists and turns. So that's what I was expecting going into Season 3, and Season 3 delivers that. I've heard some people say that this season was very slow and just wasn't that interesting and that they didn't care about the characters, and I would honestly disagree. I think that, if anything, this cast of characters might be my favorite personally. I broke it up into 3 sections. There is the relationship of Walter Goggins' character, as well as Amy Lou Wood. Walter Goggins is in everything. Everything that I've seen, he's in. He's been in Justified. He's been in Invincible. He's in a lot of Tarantino films like Hateful Eight, Django Unchained. He's a working machine nowadays, and I'm very glad for it because I think he's a really talented actor. So I'm glad that he was in this show, and he was a great addition. But his girlfriend is played by Amy Lou Wood, who I remember when episode 1 started, I was like, I've seen her somewhere, and then it dawned on me. She was in the show Sex Education. So that's the one group where it's like, they're trying to, work things out in regards to just having a good time. He is very high-strung. She's very easygoing. She wants things to be chill with them and just have a good time. Then you have the friend group. And the friend group is Leslie Bibb, Carrie Coon, and Michelle Monaghan. All very talented actresses. I would say of the 3, Carrie Coon is the one that I'm the biggest fan of. Ever since I saw Call Girl, I was like, she is a great actress. I'll watch anything that she's in. And she was in The Leftovers. Great actress. They're very interesting because it's very telling that they are a friend group where they have a lot of unresolved issues. And the question is, will these issues come to the forefront or will they stay in the background? It's very interesting to see these characters and their dynamics. And then there's the Ratliff family. Now, the Ratliff family is, I'm just going to be honest, amazing. I think that everything that happens with that family is just so fascinating. And it's kind of ironic because I don't watch reality TV. My wife does. And her friends also do. And so I was hearing, whispers that apparently the Ratliff family was heavily inspired by the TV show. I believe it's Southern Charm, the reality TV show. And it's just very interesting because reality TV, it seems as if there's, if it's under the prestigious filter, such as like this or Succession, I can really appreciate it, but I just can't watch reality TV straight up. It's just something that doesn't really interest me. But in the context of the White Lotus, I think that the whole reality TV aspect of them, in particular, with how it's handled and everything, it is interesting. It's something that it's fascinating to see these characters because they are, at the end of the day, of these 3 groups, they're the most rich. And it's interesting to see what happens. Specifically speaking, Jason Isaacs' character. He is someone that I've been a big fan of ever since I first saw him in The Patriot. I also think that he is very underrated in A Cure for Wellness. But it's interesting to see his range as an actor in this TV show. I think he gives an incredible performance. They all do. But I like that these 3 groups, I like seeing how they're interwoven with one another. And I also think that there are some characters that you don't know, that I have not announced, because they may or may not have been in previous seasons, or they may be cast members that I didn't know going into that they were going to be in. There's one in particular that I wasn't expecting, but he is one of my favorite actors. And so to see him in the second half of the season, was awesome. There's a monologue that this character in particular has that I thought was amazing, and it was great. But anyways, it's a very well shot show. I think that from a filmmaking perspective, it's very, very good. The theme song might be my favorite, honestly, of the three seasons. I think that the production design is good. As I mentioned, the cast is phenomenal. And I do think that the finale does a great job of tying everything together. And honestly, the more I think about it, the more I love it. Like, the finale, originally I rated a 9 out of 10 yesterday when I watched it, but I've been thinking about the finale all day today, and I'm changing it to a 10. I think that it was great. I think that it was something that was not only thought provoking, but also just really dove into what I was saying earlier about these, morally ambiguous characters, these morally gray characters that at the end of the day, there's no one character in this show that you could say is like really, really good, because even the ones that are arguably more good are ones that end up doing decisions where it's like, oh wow, that was kind of messed up. So it's very interesting to see this show, and I think that the way everything plays out, I personally loved. I'm already on board for season 4. I want to see a new batch of characters, and I'm excited to get back to the White Lotus already. But I know it's probably gonna be a year or two, maybe even 3 before we see season 4. But when season 4 happens, I'll be there. And as it stands, the White Lotus season 3, I liked it, and that's why I'll personally be giving it a. But yeah, guys, that is my spoiler-free review of The White Lotus Season 3. Let me know your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know in the comment section down below, as well as your ranking of The White Lotus so far in terms of the seasons, and just, what your favorite season's been so far. But anyways, yeah, The White Lotus Season 3, guys, I'm a fan of. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to follow me on Patreon, Letterboxd, subscription, notification bell, and I will catch you guys later.